So today we're going to talk about leaky bladder, okay, but not just leaky bladder. Frequency of urination, urgency to urinate, retention of urine, and the leaky, whether it's triggered by a cough, laughter, sneeze, etc. It's really all related to a neurogenic bladder because the bladder is controlled by the nervous system. It's called the autonomic nervous system, especially the sphincter or the valve that controls the release of urine. So the autonomic nervous system controls pretty much all the valves in the body, even including the valves in the eye that allow light to go in and out. It's like an aperture or a little kind of a circular muscle that can open and close. Same thing in your bladder. And the tone of the entire bladder itself is controlled by the autonomic nervous system. So if your bladder tends to spasm versus it loses its tone and becomes flaccid, that could be related to the autonomic nervous system. So if you are a diabetic, your risk of having a leaky bladder goes up by 200%. Interesting. Why is that? Well, I think the reason is because when you're diabetic, you lose one of the most important nutrients that supports the autonomic nervous system, which is thiamine, which is B1. So I'm going to put a link down below of another study that shows the link between thiamine improving bladder symptoms, okay? And also one of the ways that someone becomes thiamine deficient is just by having too much sugar in the blood. Because when you're deficient in B1, it really affects the nerves in the body, and neuritis, neuropathies, and definitely the autonomic nervous system, which by the way originates in certain parts of the brain. But there also is other B vitamins involved. Could be B12, B6. So one of the things I would recommend if you have a leaky bladder is to take some B1 and also take the whole complex as in nutritional yeast and see if it can help you. And you just might be very surprised of how much relief you can get for these symptoms right here. Thanks for watching. So if you're enjoying this content, go ahead and share it with someone that could really benefit from it.